What is up, guys? Jacob MetalicDzn here, bringing you part 3 to my background tutorial series that I'm going to be having on this channel. It is a different style, so please come and watch if you haven't already, and if this is your first time watching this, please go check out episode 1 and episode 2. I would greatly appreciate it. So what we're going to get into now is putting a little bit of patterns on the background, because pretty much what we have there is good enough for the tutorial. I'm going to get into some details later on in the month. Pretty much I don't have much time to do that kind of stuff right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pattern on the back. So we're going to go File, New. I'm going to make this pattern with you guys. I'm going to go width 20, height 10. So I'm going to zoom all the way in here, double click on the background layer on the lock, OK, and make a new layer, and then delete the white one. So what I'm going to do here is come over to the pencil tool and then have a black in your foreground color. Click on the top left, go over to the bottom right, hold down shift and click. And I'm just going to Control J to duplicate the layer, and then go edit, transform, horizontal. Now I'm going to merge those two layers together by clicking on the top, holding shift, going to the bottom, and right click merge layers. So I'm going to make a new layer and put it under that one. I'm just going to color in the bottom, sorry. Sorry about that, guys. Fuck. But I'm going to do the same for the top as well. And I'm just going to put the opacity for the bottom one to about 50. Now I'm going to go to edit, define pattern. Okay. So close that. Come over to your background. Go on the bottom layer. Go to the white and black circle here. Hold it. Click and hold it. Drag it all the way up to pattern, and it should bring up the latest pattern that you've made. So I've got that pattern there. It looks pretty nice actually. So I'm going to put it change the blend mode to soft light. Put the opacity down to about 25. And what I haven't done yet is put a fade around the background, so you won't be able to see most of this part here. So what I'm going to get into next is pretty much just the text, and after I've done the text I'm going to get into the lighting effects. So this will probably be under 4 parts, guys. So let's get into the text. I'm going to put the text on the very top of the background, so under the module and the banner, of course. So I'm going to make a new layer and then come over to the text, and I'm going to select white for the foreground, and I'm always writing capitals, guys, so I'm going to write tutorial, put the size to about 75. Actually not tutorial, I'm just going to write tut. And I'm going to just check this for a second. That's alright. I'm going to pick a decent text, but not too crazy, because when I use text I want it to be simple, but I don't want it to be too simple, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to look through here for a second, and that does look alright. So let's just go with that one, guys. It's called Dan Yu. Nice name. So I'm just going to center that there, and I'm going to double click, gradient overlay as usual, and I'm going to go all the way down to my custom gradients. And like I said in the previous video, guys, if you want to learn how to get these gradients, go to my video probably about 4 or 5 videos back now, and I have a 2D text layer style tutorial, and you will get those gradients. So I'm just going to use the white to grey right now, and on the outers I'm going to use that color. So I'm going to go drop shadow, opacity 100, blend mode to normal, use global light, click that off, distance 0, size 10, and spread 20. So I'm going to go to inner glow, change that to a white, 100 opacity, size 3, range to 75. Actually I'm going to put the size up to about 4. Change the blend mode to overlay, and that should be alright for the middle text. So now I'm going to come over to the move tool, and you can see that centered right there. So I'm going to get my rulers. If you don't already have rulers, guys, press Control R on your keyboard to bring up the rulers, and then click on the margin on the outside and just drag it down. And once you get into a center part like that, it will just lock itself there. So you can put it there. And what I'm going to be doing here is putting links on the side. So I'm just going to make a new layer again and just click on the text. You don't have to make a new layer. I just find it easier. I don't know why. So I'm going to put use the same text that you use for the middle, but change the size down to about 18. And I'm just going to write link for every single one. Usually people have 4 links, guys, so I'm just going to what I'm going to do here is just copy the layer style for the main text that we use in the middle. So copy layer style and paste layer style, and I'm going to change the gradient overlay just to that, and I'm going to put the change the drop shadow a bit, put the size to 5 and spread to 15. Alright, so have a look at that. That looks alright. So Control J to duplicate it, and I'm just gonna have a look here. So that looks alright. So we're gonna duplicate both of those layers as well, and then move it over to the other side. Alright, so that's looking good. So just make sure things are pretty much in the middle. Alright, so that's looking really good, guys. I'm just going to save that right now. How are we doing for time? Alright, so what we've done this episode pretty much, we've got the pattern done, we've got the text done, and what I'm going to do now is under the text layers, make a new layer, fill the whole screen with black. So put the black on the foreground color, Alt backspace to fill it, and now you're going to come over to the eraser tool here, change the hardness to 0 and the size to about 1500. Go up to about the middle, just about there, and click about 10 times. 2, 3. Actually, no, that's a bit too low. Actually, that was nice, so, but I'm only going to click it less times. So I'm going to go where I was, sorry. 2, 3. Click about 2 times. I'll click 2 times. So what that's done is it's given a nice gradient around the background, and those lines there are visible still, but that's alright. So I'm just going to save that again, and I might drag this one out to about 13-14 minutes, guys. Got a 15-minute limit, and I would really like to finish it this episode pretty much. So I'm going to go under the gradient layer, make a new layer, select a white, go to the brush and put hardness to 0, size to about 50. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to just put some lights on the background. So I'm going to click there, Control J, just to keep the same, like the same size pretty much, and keep the alignment. So once I duplicate that, I'm going to hold Shift and drag it across. I'm just going to merge those two together, those two lights, and my computer just pretty much froze. Alright, so I'm going to merge those both together, and I'm going to keep doing that just till it fills up pretty much the background. This actually does look really good for a tutorial, guys, so I would appreciate a like, and show one of your mates, I hope. Because if everyone showed one of their mates, you know, views would be going pretty crazy. Control J. And this is something really simple you guys can do, but it really does give decent effect to the piece in the end. So once you've got that done and you've got that in the center, I'm going to change the blend mode to soft light, and I'm going to put the opacity to about 50, and I'm going to duplicate that, go to edit, transform, vertical. I'm going to put it on the bottom part as well. And now what I'm going to do is just add a bit of light glow on the lights. So I'm going to try and find these lights pretty much, which are those layer 8 and layer 8 copy. So I'm going to get the brush, put the size to about 25, and I'm going to do the same thing pretty much. Yep. It's probably an easy way to do this, you guys know. This is just the way that I find it easier, and the way that I pretty much am used to doing it. Yeah. And while I'm doing this, guys, I would just like to thank you all who have come over from my other channel. Like I said, I know I didn't have 100% active subscribers. I had 1.6k, which is a big number, but I've already got like 350 on my new channel, which I'm actually really stoked about. So thank you for coming over, and thank you and supporting. Like, I know most of you guys, I know your names who comment on all my videos and do that kind of stuff, so thanks for that. So once I've got the lights here, I'm going to put it in the middle, and I'm going to duplicate it and put it on the top one as well. And for this, I'm going to merge them together, both the lights. So I've got both those lights there merged together. I'm going to go to blend mode and change it to overlay. I'm just going to put the opacity to about 50. One more thing I'm going to do before this ends, guys, is I'm going to make a new layer, and just behind the text I'm going to put the size of the brush to about 75. I'm going to click right in the middle of the text, behind it of course. So there, just there, and this gives it a little bit of definition. Sorry, and for the middle text I'm going to put the size up to about 150. Alright, so I'm going to change the blend mode to soft light and put the size to about, the opacity to about 50. And for now, that's pretty much it. All I do in the end is, if I've got enough time, no, I don't really have enough time, I would add some of my own color correction, which I don't really want to give out anyway, so that's alright. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you can use the techniques that I've showed you here to make, in these 3 parts, to make this simple background, you guys can do anything you want. You can pretty much make any style of background like this, just by using the simple techniques that I've showed you. So if you could please like this video, and please go ahead and check out part 1 and part 2 if you haven't already. I would appreciate that a lot, and thank you guys for watching this series. It's been actually a lot more successful than I thought it would be, so thanks for that. And that's pretty much it. If you want the template that I had in the start, I'll put that in. That is in the description of part 1, so please go check that out. And thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for the support. See ya.